Oh my God, the Kaitak Stadium is beautiful. Let's go for a big third place playoff.
Australia kicking off. What a take. Mothunathagi gets things underway in early possession. Really disappointed to drop their semi-final to France. One score in it in the end. Nice offload and hitting it at pace. Steaming through. Sekila under the post, getting the Fijian count open.
So fast out of the blocks. You mentioned Talatolo at the start of the game. He's the offload king. Look at him holding off an Australian, two of them, and pops it off to Sekila, who opens his account for the weekend. What a time to do it.
Greg O'Shea, how do you defend that? The man's waving the ball around like it's a toy.
You know what? I've played against Talatolo a few times, and he's done the exact same thing to me. He's an absolute monster of a player.
That is his 12th offload here in Hong Kong this weekend, leading all players. You can see why it's such a danger. 7-0, Fiji, early lead, just over a minute play. Australia with a chance. Stop and go from James Turner. Hayden Sargent. Ekanyaki back on the field, had a bit of an injury in the semi-final. Good to see him active. Okay. Fiji's going to be penalized for offside. I like that early call. Keep Fiji back and not killing the space for Australia early.
Wide. Yeah, that's some great ref now to Peter Martin. The Fijian guys are sometimes lazy in defence and don't get back on side, gifting some possession to Australia here.
Let's go.
Here we go. Matt Gonzalez gets the start here. Late runner, hitting it hard, is Patterson. He leaves the ball behind.
Deliberate? Yeah.
He's asking if it's deliberate, the referee, to his assistant official. Now he's going to deliver the yellow card, and that is 2 minutes in the naughty chair.
That's absolutely huge momentum shift for Australia. Here they go quickly.
See what they can do with the player advantage. Patterson comes back to where the ball came from again. He's put down, just gets it back. Oh, there's a hand on the scrum half. Referee saying he's come up the side legally.
Fiji are going to have to be careful here. They're already down one man. Australia figured out how to beat them in Hong Kong. They've won the last 2 games here against Fiji, and they're on a 3-game bounce. So they figured them out, and they might do it again.
Set piece coming now. They'll have something planned for a 7-on-6 situation, which this is. Again, lots of movement. Haven't really created the overlap they wanted. That pass may have gone forward out of the hand. The crowd.
Taco!
Bit of a gasp. Now it's loose. Anybody's ball. It's a ruck, so no hand. It pops out the side. Sargent's on the case. Brilliant awareness from him. It was a bizarre ruck.
That got so messy over there on the far touchline. All scrambling forward, it pops out the side, and the first person to react, Hayden Sargent. He's a great member of this Australian squad, and they capitalise on being one man up.
There was a request from the Fijians to have a little look for a knock-on. Great conversion from the sideline. The referee said, I've had a look. Not going to bring it back. 7-all here. 4 minutes played. Talatolo still in the bench.
Fiji Sevens.
A little bit of volleyball from Fiji. Well, this time the offload doesn't go to hand. Immediate response from Australia. Turner comes inside. It was well read, in fact, by Saturanga. He almost picked it off and went the other way.
Couple of fingers being pointed here, but it's a knock-on by Australia at the end.
They're suggesting he hit it with his hand. Sorry, Greg. See if there's an intentional knock-on here. This pass here. No. As we noted, they've gone the whole season without meeting up. Now they're doing it in the bronze medal game.
Playing back roll. First scrum of the match. Okay, yeah.
So Fiji back to full strength. Halatholo is out of the bin.
Okay, let's go.
Fiji put in. They got one player to the left corner of your screen, stretching that Australian defense. Spider Cam giving us all the options.
Set.
They show short side, but then come back. Now they're coming back into space. Mathova just dancing away. He's been responsible for. There's a penalty.
On the floor.
Not releasing. Quick tap from Hutchison. Refs let him go. Keeps it 5 meters short. Unmarked man out wide. Turner's in space. Turner steps hard. Can he get there? Try in the corner. James Turner.
It's just so clinical from the Aussie boys. A quick tap from their captain Henry Hutchison, and they've gotten great purchase out of that this weekend. 47% of their tries have come from quick taps, and you can add this one to the bunch. Look at this, he's such a good skipper, and they stay calm, hold their feet, and a beautiful pass from Matty Gonzalez. Jimmy Turner, he'll finish that all day for you.
Yeah, you mentioned it, when Hutchison takes that quick tap, no one's surprised in the Australian camp. They know that's something they do. Almost half their tries, probably half their tries now have come from that. Conversion's a tough one, but good finishing from Turner. He holds his width out there. He's so effective. Using all the restart clock. Milton Athagi flips it out himself. No need for a scrum half when he's at the bottom of a ruck. Good pressure from Australia, penning in the Fijians. Yeah, really good connected work from the Australian defenders. Some indecision there. Play on, says the referee. The show and go, looking to bounce to the half. Laid that ball into space brilliantly. For Sekila, the try score. Well, this is when Fiji are truly dangerous. The gong has sounded into open space, open field, pumping the legs. Great stuff. And Sakuranga.
Oh, scintillating from the Fijians. Look at that dummy pass. Matty Gonzalez slips. Patterson tries to get him. That pass is thrown completely blindly. Picked up by Sekila. And the Fijians are doing what they do best. He's gone 70 meters to score this try. Saturanga, his third of the weekend. We have a game on here.
Great moment for the 30-year-old. Getting his team back in, and the conversion sweetly struck. Turns the post green. And we've got a Fiji lead at halftime. They're up 14 points to 12 over Australia. It's been an absolute delight. 2 tries apiece, but Fiji up 14-12 at the break over Australia. And that kick's going to give Australia early possession. And as we see in almost every match, Maurice Longbottom has been brought on as the impact sub, and he's dangerous.
That's exactly what you want as an Australian. You get the ball straight away in the second half, and who better to have it in his hands than Maurice Longbottom? He'll beat you in a phone box. Watch this.
The younger viewer is going to ask you what a phone box is in a second, but I know what you mean. Turner, again, stretching the defense. No wrap in the clean-out is the call. And there's an injury on the play. And it was Jordan Blake arriving there, and he didn't wrap his arms. He's gingerly getting up, but Fiji's not going to wait around for him. 2 men needed to bring down George Busse. Oh, that gap opened up. We talked about the Australians being connected. It all came undone there. Stop and go from Talitholo. And another offload from Talitholo. And another try for the mighty Fijians. They extend their lead through Jeremiah Matana.
Fiji.
There's Nasova who got the dot down. Another offload from the big man. Watch this. Sucks in 2 defenders, and the Australians' defence isn't quick enough on the inside, and they get caught out.
Apologies to Joji Nasova there. Yeah, he got the finish. How about this for a stat? It's his 5th try. He's got 1 assist. He's been responsible for over 40% of Fiji's tries through his scoring and assisting ability. 21 on the series so far. Hutchison gets up, contact in the air, and there goes Longbottom. Turner never seems to get caught by the first man. There's a risky pass, but it goes to hand, forcing the Fijians to work across the field. Hutchison gets an extra roll. That's okay, said the referee. It was momentum. Half gap for Dowling. Patterson steaming through. Big shot. There's 6 Fijians chasing him. But Hutchison's unmarked. He comes infield and beautifully sets up Ekenyaki out wide. Australia responding with a brilliant try.
Ekenyaki benefits from his beautiful team's play here. Patterson exploits the centre of the pitch, absolutely powering up the middle, bouncing off Fijians, and they flick it out to their skipper, who has unbelievable spatial management there. He knows how much space Ekenyaki has to deal with, and he maintains it for him, and they get an essential 5-pointer.
Conversion won't close that gap. But a big moment for Aiden Ekenyaki, the 20-year-old. The coach Lambert will be happy. Still 4 points, the deficit, and there's possession. Patterson had Hutchison outside him. Fiji a different side when they're forced to defend this much. The bobble from Turner costs him the initial advantage. Sargent ships it. This time Hutchison keeps. Always playing with his head up. Here's your try score. You can just sense Longbottom lurking midfield, waiting for a Fijian to be late coming across. Oh, there's an opportunity. The ball spilled. Fiji now control. Less than 2.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd place playoff here at the Cathay HSBC Hong Kong Sevens. Stepping out of one was Basialo. Sakila also back on the field. Longbottom comes across. Oh, the ball's been stolen. Immaculate stuff from Sydney Harvey. What can they do with it, this Australian outfit? They're down 4. Hutchison gives man and ball. Patterson, and that's going to be trouble. Big whistle.
Wasn't dangerous, but it's an automatic penalty. Hitting someone in the air like that, no ill intention. I actually think it was quite smart of Dowling to throw himself up in the air, because he knows he can't be hit and he buys himself some time. Look at that leap, Garrett.
Can't play a man in the air, and my Samoa, yeah, not much he could do there. Midfield penalty, minute 10 to play. A score needed for Australia to get their hands on a bronze medal. Hutchison gets in behind the Fijian defense. Good decision there as Fiji had flown up outside. Long bottom, lurking. It's Patterson, who does what he does and drives forward. Oh, that could be trouble. Referee thought about the penalty, kept the arm down, and Australia still on attack. 40 seconds to play. Ooh, another close one. Off feet involvement from the Fijians. They're going to be penalized.
But Australia are 4 points down, so they can't go for the posts. They're going to have to do something special here.
Hutchison thought about the scrum, and Longbottom called him off, I think, and made the play call.
Time off. 55.
Fiji going to stop the clock and get some fresh legs on there. Anduvalo. Well, after 3 days of competition, it comes down to this. If you want to bring home the hardware, if you're Australia, you got to score. If you're Fiji, you got to defend. This potent green and gold attack. Set move. Turner working out wide. Looks for the outside. He's got the arm free. He flips it inside. Sydney Harvey with the score. Some afters. What a response from Australia. They are going to claim the third place playoff here.
And that's exactly why they trained so hard. They practiced those set-piece plays, and they executed it perfectly. Out to Jimmy Turner, who manages to get around. He flirts with the touchline, pops it back inside. And that's a bit aggressive out of the Fijian player.
Well, just to keep you up to date, incredible moment for the 19-year-old. They've had a discussion, both teams and the referee have looked at the big screen because Fiji were claiming some foul play. But Peter Martin, the referee, has blown the final whistle. Great to see them making up there. But in an epic third place playoff, it will be Australia through the 19-year-old claiming the bronze medal.